Greetings, beautiful one. It's Collrane or Collrane Tarot here on YouTube. My pronouns are they, them, and what I'm creating for the collective is intended to be a healing reading that is meant to find you at whatever time you connect with this energy. This reading is going to bring messages from the heart space to connect you to your divine manifestations of the highest aligned timeline for you personally. So this is going to help you to connect to your manifestations, and if you don't necessarily resonate with that terminology, it's all right. This is just meant to connect you with those decisions, help you along your path in order to bring you to the place and the time that you are meant to be within. So I want you to begin to get into a meditative space, connect with your intuition, connect with your body, and whichever group is resonating with you the most. I will see you within that pile. The timestamps will be in the description as usual, and I will see you there. Greetings, Group 1. If you selected this first pile with the iolite crystal, this is your reading. Now, Group 1, there's something about your energy which is asking for, I want to say purity, but there's just something that needs to be distilled or simplified within your life. There's an energy of getting kind of wrapped up in the chaos, or feeling like there needs to be a cleanse because there is an excess of energy that's taking over your field and your creative ability to manifest. As I went into your reading, my candle kind of settled into the container with which I have placed it. And so there's something here about you needing to allow like the dust to settle in a way. And to cleanse and purify yourself of any energy or information, I wanted to say, that doesn't resonate with you anymore. This can be, physically getting rid of books or data that's on your computer or your phone. There's something here about needing to simplify again. And I guess I want to connect more with that word of simplification rather than purification, because sometimes purifying can make us seem like we need to extract, we need to remove, we are, impure. But I think that there is an energy here where your impurities actually enhance your experience. And what we might consider, I guess, impurities. I'm talking more about these things which, add complexity to our life. And it's really important to actually honor these complexities, and I feel that the collective in general, and especially spiritual communities in general, are moving away from this idea of purity and cleansing and bringing ourselves more into this experience of choice and free will being the determinant of what we want to honor and create more of, if that makes sense. So yeah, iolite is all about, connecting with that third eye chakra area. And if you don't resonate with the chakra system, that's okay. This is more about connecting with the intuition, understanding that deeper desire that's underneath that informs our experience and gives us the truth of an experience as well. You may have a lot of energy that's around you that feels intrusive or interruptive as well, pile 1, just because I'm drawn to like quite a few flies that are near me right now. It's just summertime, so it's hot. That's why they're here. But you may be distracted by these energies that are trying to pull your attention away from what you should be focusing on. So really centering and meditating and grounding your energy and allowing you to direct your mind towards what you want is going to be helpful at this time. So pile 1, this card is the first card that I'm going to turn over for your reading, and this is actually a card from a deck that I created titled Apocalyptic Theater, and we're going to get into this card because it represents what stage in your spiritual journey you are at the moment. And this card is Leo Domitatus, and that means the dominated lion. This is an energy of someone, again, who is surrounded by quite a bit of other energy. You may be somebody that Spirit is asking to be there for others at this time, or you just are someone who's really called to and really connected to the areas of service and community. And this is a really big part of your journey at this time. So, but what right now the challenge might be within this is to stay grounded and connected to yourself, despite being connected to others. And I'm being called to take a drink of water because my throat chakra needs to have some help clearing. So I'm actually being drawn to the fact that water is going to be something that's really healing and also a grounding resource for you. Because in the elemental symbols, water is signified by a downward triangle. So water is actually quite a strong element that we use when we ground. So for you, I would recommend taking a bath or a shower or just touching water. I know it's going to sound silly because I guess you might be drinking water every day, but if you don't, it's really important for you to be connecting with water every single day, at least for the next week after you watch this reading. So let's look into more about this. So at this stage right now, you may be feeling the weight of an entire nation that you live within. There's something about the societal system or the societal structure within, with which you live within. Sorry, that's an odd phrasing. That is actually really impacting how you feel about yourself and how you feel about your own ability to heal. Connecting with the energy of the moon might be really significant in terms of allowing yourself to move through the cycles and phases of your energy and allowing yourself to actually sit with certain parts of yourself for drawn out periods of time. So you may be undergoing like a system of like soul healings in a way, where you're healing one aspect of yourself for an entire lunation or like a lunar cycle, meaning from new moon to new moon, and then starting a new healing cycle at the next moon to moon related to the sign in which the moon is transiting and then being illuminated through. So for example, let's say, for the lunar cycle that's about to come up, we are about to have a new moon in Cancer. Yes, to close out Cancer season, and then that will lead up to the full moon in Aquarius. So there's like these energies of, and then back to the new moon, which will start a new cycle for you in Leo. So this is a timeless reading. I'm just giving an example based on the time period with which I'm filming this. But those themes around home, family, intuition would be contrasted against the individual journey of moving outside of structures and systems that feel comfortable, such as the home and the family. So it's like those energies of contrast that are being brought up within your life are quite significant for you at this time. And what it's doing for you is allowing for you to step into your own power, because the dominated lion talks about us being able to rein in and harness those parts of ourselves that are more difficult to domesticate, that we might call the wilder aspects of our soul or our spirit, and allowing them to flourish within a structured or controlled system that we determine by our daily actions and by the people and places that we include and harmonize within our lives. So let's get more on this experience of integration, because I feel like right now what's needing to happen for us as a collective is the ability to integrate our messages, integrate our soul understanding, so that then we can manifest from that place of integrated and connectedness rather than trying to isolate certain experiences. So the cards here, these are from the Conscious Spirit Oracle deck. You have card 26, the Crown Chakra. I know I am part of Source and my life is guided by divine wisdom. Card 25, Spirit Guides. I open my heart to guides and trust in the wisdom they share with me. And Third Eye Chakra, 24. I see the wisdom of my higher self and apply this wisdom in my life. And it's interesting because I did shuffle these cards, and so they are descending. So there's something about rooting and grounding that's really important for this group. And that's why I think that using the element of water to help you to ground in a way that may feel more authentic for you. And you may have a lot of water in your chart, or because we're in Cancer season, if you are watching this at this time, this energy of Cancer or the moon is something that's going to really help you to feel grounded and connected to your body and the water within your body. Regardless of if you have a lot of water in your chart, your body is still made up of water, and so the hydration and the memory of the water within your body is really important at this time, because you can use it and help to program that water and the energetic frequency that the water carries in your body to live out certain energies that you need at certain times within your life. And so because this is descending and there's the moon here in its cycles and its phases, new moon to new moon, interesting, there's something that your soul or your spirit wants to experience through a process of connecting in with the earth plane on a deeper level. So for some of you, you may have been focused on spirit guides mostly, or things that are outside of yourself, or you view as outside of yourself, because I don't actually think that spirit guides are separate from us. But there's this sense of being disconnected from the earth within your beliefs that's wanting to get grounded in through these higher chakra systems. So using your ability to understand, to interpret and integrate information through the crown chakra, and using your ability to perceive and sense through your own physical individual experience is what's going to help you to open up and perceive and understand these spiritual energies. And the energies that are trying to direct you different places within the earth plane and help you to make decisions that are going to lead to physical results. And so that's what's going to help your spirituality to turn from something that is just a belief into something that you actually experience. And that's a beautiful message. So let's get into the final portion of the message, which is the tarot. And these are all from the Cosmos Tarot and Oracle. I'm going to place them out like this, and I will read them with the reversals. So, in order to help you get from the place that you're at right now towards this manifestation, you're going to have to continue heading through a somewhat dark pathway, because there's quite a bit of I'm feeling like self-imposed restrictions and limitations that have been placed on you, almost like filters on your reality. These filters are darkened because your energy is wanting the challenge and needing the challenge to transmute that energy and use it to your benefit, and understand the purpose for darker energy within a journey. So think about the different movies that you've watched in your lifetime. You probably have a favorite movie that has a darker theme to it, meaning that the character or the main characters go through a significant challenge of difficulty, that then, because they have been facing this extreme energy, they're able to, in that sense of polarity, rise to the other side to anchor in something that's extremely powerful because of that imbalance that they experience. Does that make sense? And so there's something here where, because of your ability to be adaptable and also to protect yourself within this experience, I feel like that's what a lot of you have done by focusing so much on more of the mental body and that those concept-based understandings of your spirituality, like the chameleon suggests, or that Knight of Fire. There's a way that you can start to traverse, like the Seven of Fire shows here, the Hydra, perseverance, stamina, and survival. You can actually make it through and identify when there are, when you can use that energy of lighter forces within you, or your own creative force, I'll call that light, to create new opportunities for yourself. And sometimes our creativity can come out in the form of emotional impulses that are created or creatively expressed through our body. And that doesn't matter if you're an artist or you consider yourself a creative or not. This is an experience of using that creative energy to co-create and experience manifestations, or I want to say, I guess, experiences that align with that, with those opportunities that you seek. And I guess this is getting a little bit more abstract, but I think that, again, it's because your energy needs to be grounded right now. So where it's going, we have another 7 on this other side, the 7 of Earth, and that is that grounding energy. Once you decide to recognize these ways that your own connection to your shadow self, I'll call it, is pulling in this procrastination, delay, and distraction, and actually prolonging this experience of confusion, you're going to see that the comfort, stability, regularity, pulsar 18, this energy is actually just waiting for you on the other side once you decide to actually accept the experiences that are going to lead to that experience for you. And that, I do feel, has to do with your ability to understand your connection to others, and also not just others in terms of like human forms, but I mean like also spiritual energies that are around you, trying to guide you and integrate their own energy into your auric field and your etheric field as well. And this turns into like physical experiences through the body, where you're going to start to like interpret emotional energies and let those emotional energies like kind of trickle down, I almost want to say, through your body, and that will give you, you know, the motivation, alleviate depression or anxiety, and these like very physical symptoms of emotional experiences that have been caused by these spiritual imbalances. And it's almost like you're really flowing through this experience of what one might refer to as the dark night of the soul with quite a bit of ease and comfortability, because you're going to recognize how these energies are actually mimicking darker energies that you've experienced in the past. With this black hole, drain of resources, dangerous undercurrent, you're actually going to understand how the black hole energy, or that energy that may once have sucked you in or pulled your energy away from you with that distraction type of energy, you're going to recognize and be able to identify and allow for yourself to change the way that you interpret things that are distractions, or trying to mess with your energy, whether it's from yourself or from energies that are outside of you. And you're going to see this as actual evidence that you're doing the right thing. And it's interesting because leading into this reading, I had so many little bumps in just doing the setup of this reading. Like this candle kept dripping everywhere. I was dropping cards, and there was just like I hit my foot on the table, and it was just very interesting kind of interjections of energy, and it felt like something was kind of disturbing me. But because I knew, and I was affirming to myself that I was protected and that this reading needs to exist because it's serving, and I reminded myself of why I was doing this, there was a way for me to clear that energy and push through. And that's what I think that like cleansing energy means for you. Is that it's more like pressing through those experiences that might have once distracted or stopped you or made you frustrated or triggered you. And so it's like you're actually being able to get through the triggers and come out on the other side of them and be able to allow them to happen, so that you're not trying to, isolate or completely keep your experience like pure, in that sense of like a white shirt, it's always going to get stained. There's some way that you can work with it to maybe, bleach the shirt or tie-dye the shirt or something, transform the energy so that it takes on a new life, and there's not so much of that sensitivity in like a negative sense, where it like when you're overly sensitive, you may need a lot of extra energy to cleanse and get you back to that like untouched state. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's what I'm feeling for you in terms of your manifestations. I feel like you're not supposed to be necessarily creating a certain experience at this moment. It's more about creating an experience of release, creating an experience of understanding and processing those triggers so that they don't have power over you, and so that you're the one that's stepping into that power of creativity and divine connection and protection. So I hope that this resonated for you, pile one. Please let me know what experience you went through while you were going through this reading with me today. Please let me know what you'd like to see from me in the future as well, if you have any requests or any advice in terms of how you connected with my reading style. My information is in the description below. If you would like to book a personal reading, please just reach out to me personally via the contact information on my website. Otherwise, I am sending you so much love. I am sending so much gratitude to you and all other forces of the universe that brought us together today, and I will see you in another reading. Bye. Greetings, pile 2. If you selected this lapis lazuli stone or this second pile, then this is your reading where we are going to connect you into that frequency of your highest quantum manifestation. That's how I view this energy of this reading. I want this energy to shift you into this reality that you are aligned to for the highest good of all. And we are going to connect with the cards for your reading, starting with these two cards from a deck that I created called Apocalyptic Theater. And these cards are meant to represent where you are on your spiritual journey at this time and give me an idea of what the ground base energy that you're coming into this reading with is. And so the cards that are together representing where you're at is Mors, meaning death, and Stella Magorum, or the Magician's Star. These are Major Arcana 13 and 17, so these numbers may be significant for you, as well as a reduction down to 4 and a reduction to 8. So there's some kind of energy of turning from the self outward towards the world, having a healthy balance between the internal truth and the external projection or manifestation of that energy, and being able to make sense of the meaning that is behind or held within each experience. So you may be going through some type of series of experiences, I feel, that are showing you deeper truths about the nature of this reality and what you've actually agreed to experience within this lifetime for yourself. And honestly, because this person is sitting here reading tarot, I feel like there's a lot of wisdom that you found recently within the occult, or something that feels like it's been hidden or somewhat obscured within your life previously. You may be somebody that grew up kind of either wary of tarot or wary of divination in general, or magic or witchcraft, things you might consider in that realm, or you were somebody that just was unaware of it for a while, but because of the impact that it's had on your life at this moment in time, there's a really strong experience of change, awakening, and I almost feel like fertilization based on those experiences in the past of either fear or self-hatred, based on I don't know why self-hatred came through, but I guess like it's based on this proximity to things that feel scary or tainted in some way. And I feel like something that you've done recently is really integrate this experience of tragedy or like upsettedness within your life. And I feel like you're in a place right now, based on these energies, that feels a lot lighter, and like you've integrated a lot of your own ability to grieve the past. Because the past feels like a point of reference for you rather than something that you're stuck in at this moment. And I almost feel like this death card is appearing in such a light form. I'm drawn to the pinks, the light, that light, soft color that is here, that feels like it's a sense of safety, grounding, and comfort for you at this time. And so it feels like there is a sense of hopefulness for the future, and also a acceptance and release of the past for you. And I also feel like for a lot of you, you've started to open the door for a lot of your spiritual guides to step into your life and to leave their mark on your reality, and not be so afraid of contacting these spirit guides. So let's get a little bit deeper and start to see some of the healing messages that are going to help you to align to this reality or this experience, and bring in some energy that's going to assist in your manifestation moving forward. And we have the water elemental here, and it says, I allow my body, mind, and spirit to flow intuitively through the changes in life. And this card is from the Conscious Spirit Oracle deck. And so, I feel like that word flow is actually really helping you to integrate this experience. And it's interesting because I almost feel like this reading feels like a continuation of the first pile. So if you are here from pile 1, hello. If not, that's okay. There might be a message there if you are drawn to that pile as well. But there's just this energy of allowing yourself to sorry, my throat is just like being activated so much at this time. So there may be like allowing yourself to bring forward some kind of communication, as well as bringing something into your body to help you to cleanse this. And for some of you, this may involve using the element of water to diffuse the energetic properties of something, in order to be able to diffuse it into your own body better. And yeah, even for some of you, if you have some crystals like this rose quartz here that are water safe, infusing the energy or the conscious vibrational awareness of that crystalline frequency into the water, because water is anything, honestly, that is grounding or connecting us to either the element of earth or the element of water, or a fusion of the two, which this can be like herbs I'm thinking of. Those all have a memory or a conscious connection to a conscious connection to a remembrance in some way. So like I'm thinking about how like the element of earth or clay has a memory. It wants to go a certain way if it's been patterned into that energy or into that form. And so there's something here about like speaking intentions into the water that you drink. Again, putting the crystals into the water that you drink, obviously if they are water safe. Going to a body of water, since this person is sitting next to a body of water. Even putting in like herbal decoction, or like having a tea that connects both that like earthy element of the plant and then the watery element of just using the water itself. But yeah, that water elemental is here to help you to heal yourself. And I also feel that connecting to the spirit of a body of water is going to be really helpful for you to feel grounded and protected, and like you have directional flow. I also feel like asking for a water-based deity, if you do work with any, to guide you and pull you and direct your path is going to be really helpful, because if we think about how water flows and is able to be directed, it's going to help you to feel and embrace and act out that energy through your physical body, which is made up of water. And that's why I said that this might be connected to pile 1, because I did talk about that within that pile. But also I'm thinking here about lapis lazuli being that color blue, and I do feel like it is very much connected to water and our ability to heal ourselves using the element of water. And so focusing on your healing is actually what's going to bring about more of your manifestations at this time. And for some of you, this also means going to a large body of water, such as the ocean, or connecting with any type of animals that come from the water. Like for some of you, this may be like getting a pet fish and learning how to take care of it and develop that ecosystem, or even connecting with like maybe bringing some kind of natural water source to your own home if you can, like setting up a pond. But there's just something about bringing that water in, and this could also be, you know, like smaller terrariums if you live in like a smaller environment and you want to, you know, have water plants in your home or something. But yeah, this is what's going to help you to manifest, as well as maybe for some of you scrying using water and envisioning, allowing yourself to see multiple potential timelines and what actions, beliefs, or behaviors are connected to or portals for stepping into those divinely aligned experiences. So let's look at the Cosmos Tarot and Oracle, and this is going to give me more of an indication of what the path towards your manifestation is going to take. And here we see the Page of Fire, Pyxis, Journey, Navigation, and Route. And look, there is a mermaid within the water who has the eye closed, and they are opening a box, and behind them is this compass. So please, if you have not worked with a water-based deity or spirit guide, please reach out to them and connect with them and open that gateway or that portal to bring them into your space and allow that energy to guide you. Even if your belief system is different than the words that I'm using, please adapt it to how you believe and understand that within the frequency that I am emitting from my voice, I am helping you to open up your awareness towards the earth-based elemental spiritual energies that we have the ability to connect to. Meditate on the frequency of water, the way that it moves, the way that its material form manifests within this reality, and you will come to some kind of new awareness that allows you to follow your passion and open up to where this passion, or what message this passion is bringing you. The Queen of Air here, as the next card, it says a powerful ally, loyalty, and honor. And for me personally, I actually pulled this card while I was doing a manifestation type ritual the other day, but I used a plant, and specifically a plant that has a lot of medicinal properties and spiritually medicinal properties, and it kind of brought itself to me as this powerful ally, loyal to your honor. And so there's this idea of the belief or the qualities that you attribute to the physical things in your life, and even especially like if you're, cooking for yourself or something, when you prepare these experiences for your physical body, this is what's going to give you that connection to a spiritual breakthrough or emotional breakthrough within your own life, and you're going to become your own ally by working with these other allies that are around you. Next to that card, we have the King of Earth, abundance, proficiency, and accomplishment in the reverse. I feel like this is showing that this is a potential that you have once you find these allies that are around you and really connect in with those energies and allow for yourself to be guided through the experiences that these other energies want to bring to you, because here we have these spiritual allies showing up here, even in the form of animals and plants. And then on this other side, in the Morris card, in the Death card, they're acting as guides through the astral realm, through the other side of experience and perspective. And so there's something here about things being illuminated, and the moth is being drawn to my awareness, connected to this King of Earth, because it's something where we are drawn to that light. We're drawn to things that light up our life, that bring us clarity and focus. And I feel like rather than trying to step into an abundant version of yourself or be proficient, I feel like you should have that kind of grace with yourself that allows you to connect with the earth in new ways and see your abundance coming through different channels or different forms than you may have originally expected for your life at this time, because it's trying to teach you about the ways that abundance works and the ways that we are able to be blessed and cared for, that don't necessarily rely on us to participate in ways of being that have existed up until this point in the human consciousness or the human awareness. And it's interesting that it leads us over here to the Hermit card, which is another earth card. So again, I feel like it's really important for you to use the stories of the earth in the past, but not take them completely as one truth. So if you've been really focused on a certain point in history or a certain pantheon of belief or a certain religious practice or something where you've kind of been focused in on that one thing, it might be really useful to maybe approach it from a different perspective, or look into a variety of belief that exists that allows you to go within and find a truth that is buried within your deeper awareness of reality through your individual experience, because this is the quest, solitary journey in pursuit of wisdom. So I feel like right now, for you doing some exploration or digging into some concepts that maybe you've always wanted to learn more about, or you want a different perspective on them because you've gotten kind of bored with them potentially, this is going to help you to learn more things. So for example, if you haven't worked with a water-based deity, look into water deities or water spirits in general, and you might learn something new that's going to help you on this journey. And help you to find, I feel like, these spiritual energies that will help you not feel so alone, because the Hermit can sometimes talk about isolation or separation that turns into like illusions. And so there's something here about opening your mind a little more, pushing yourself, I guess, to ask these questions and find a bit of unique answers through your own perspective because of where you've come from in the past. And the dog here is also standing out to me because it It shows that there are spiritual energies that are around you that feel quite loyal to you, and they really want to help to guide you. And that's why I feel that this water energy is helping you to flow and find that groove of where the water can form to, meaning you. So the energy, the spiritual energies that you are meant to attune to and then also form with. So that is all I am seeing for you, pile 2. I want to thank your spirit guides, and I want to thank your soul for allowing you to connect with the spiritual energy within this reading. I'm so grateful for your presence, and I was really honored to be your reader today. I'm sending you so much love and so much support. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, all of my information will be in the description below, and please reach out using my contact information on my website in order to book a reading with me. And otherwise, I will see you soon, my friend. Bye. Greetings, pile 3. If you selected this crystal, I'm forgetting the name, but if I find it, I will put it in the description. This is your manifestation-based reading, I guess, and we are going to align with these frequencies that will help you in a physics sense, I guess, quantum leap into this desired reality that you are seeking, and also connect deeper within your own reality. And I was just drawn to a bird that had quite a large wingspan. I believe it's a crow of some kind, but it's kind of evading my vision now. It like flew behind some trees. But it flew quite close as soon as I opened your reading, pile 3. So there's some kind of higher clarity or wisdom that you are connected to right now. I feel like a lot of you have that energy of an older soul. It's already really easy for you to ground, to clear your energy, and to integrate those energies. And for a lot of you, you may be wondering why your manifestations don't feel natural to you, or you may be confused about how to consciously manifest, but you're actually quite good at it. And I feel that this reading is going to help you to feel a lot more ease in that area of your life, because it isn't something that you're supposed to really consciously focus on. Manifestation is actually something that's quite a subconscious process, that as we consciously focus on these other areas that seem unrelated to manifestation, this is when our actual manifestations start to materialize. And if you don't necessarily resonate with that term, that's all right. I'm just using that that term because it is kind of like a buzzword, I guess, and so it contains within it kind of that multitude of our ability to create and experience energetic realities, and so that's why I'm using that term, I guess. So we're going to start with this card from Apocalyptic Theater, which is a deck that I created, and so we're going to look at where you are at in your spiritual journey as of right now. And we have the Magister Arcanorum card. This card means teacher of the secrets. And so yeah, there's a lot within your energetic field and within the memory of your soul. This may even be within your Akashic records if you have looked into that, that allows you to carry the wisdom of ancient beings, of ancient ancestors as well. And you may be connected to a deeper awareness of reality than I think a lot of the people around you maybe have. And that's not to put you above anyone or separate you from anyone. It's just saying that you have this, you have an understanding of reality that goes deeper than surface level. And that's why I think the person on this card is appearing here with their eyes shut, but a star emanating from their third eye area, because the Magister Arcanorum is the 5th arcana, and so this is someone who is a messenger, who brings spirit into matter. There's someone who connects our understanding of spiritual reality into a very physical and grounded perspective. And they're also somebody who helps others to do shadow work, to transmute the harsher or denser parts of reality and connect with their own spirit and their own understanding of what spirit means to them. And so I feel like for some of you, the reason why you may have been confused about your own ability to manifest is because there is this energy of uniqueness where you understand many different perspectives on reality, and so there you also have accepted that there is no one true reality. And so instead of viewing that as something that's confusing, work with that energy, and that's what's really going to help you to manifest moving forward. Is that while there may be these dualities within our reality, you're actually aligning to a very non-dual experience of reality, because you're not so focused on good and bad, or experiences of the light and the dark. You're actually finding a way to ground and connect with your subjective truth and how you want to act this out within this material realm. A lot of you, I feel, have already found some kind of success, and that's going to be, subjective again, but that's the truth of your own personal success. And so let's look more into the healing aspects that your guides want to bring through from the Conscious Spirit Oracle cards. And this is card 27, 30, and 28. 27 is Spark of Divine. This says, I reignite the divine spark within me and recognize I am a part of all creation. 30, Reach for Your Dreams, says, I am the creator of my own dreams and achieve them with confidence. This is very interesting. And then Release. 28, I release that which does not serve my higher purpose with gratitude and love. So for a lot of you, you're being called in a very specific direction, and that direction looks very confusing. You're the teacher of secrets, so this may be something that is even a little bit secret to you, or you're listening to your higher teachers on the spiritual plane, or your ancestors who are teaching you where you need to continue this lineage that you have incarnated into. So there's something here about you're actually being asked to make a wish or put out a divine intention, honestly, to create or co-create this new experience that you are entering into at this time, and send it up into the universe. Because do you see how there's these very bright light sparks? I feel like a lot of you are working with dimensional realities that we don't fully have scientific understanding of at this time. And so there's something here where you're almost pioneering an experience of humanity. And that's why there's some kind of energetic weight to this experience for you, where it's like a new dawn is coming forth within your reality. And so as you reach for your dreams, you must release what you have been taught to fear, what you have been taught to maybe focus on. I don't know why this candle went out. And allow yourself to not get too focused on the things that haven't worked out, or the ways in which you feel like things should be going, because things are working out in their own timing. And I'm being drawn to the fact that this figure has their hand out as if to say, pause, center yourself, stop, and take a moment to really appreciate the present moment and appreciate what is going on for you right now and the things that you already have to work with in this moment. So let's start looking at the Cosmos Tarot and Oracle cards that are here, and I will read these in reverse. So, pile 3. The most interesting thing just happened in the middle of your reading. My phone, which I'm filming this on, died, and I was forced to take a moment to pause, literally as I was telling you, to pause and appreciate the present moment. And I feel that this happened at that exact moment to bring a message through for you, honestly. What I did when I was pausing, charging my phone, waiting for things to be right again, was slowing down, taking time to just enjoy the fact that I got a moment to pause, to take a break in the middle of while I was working, while I was doing something that I loved creatively. And I feel that this is something that, being the teacher of secrets, you have the opportunity to do at any point, because you are somebody who is given the divine gift that comes through being grateful for those moments of quiet, of connecting, of slowing down. And so I'm feeling like, as you're doing preparation for moving forward and aligning to being able to draw in and actively pursue what you know you're meant to within your day-to-day reality, prioritizing time to take care of yourself is going to be really important, as well as listening to younger energies or the energy of youthfulness, and allowing yourself to just enjoy that energy of play and excitement and wonder that comes with not knowing. Because I feel like there's a tendency sometimes when we want to connect to these older energies, of ancestors, of the ancient deities, like I brought up before, where we want to put on almost like a projection of stuffiness or tradition and what we think that is supposed to mean. But I'm feeling like for your group, you're already in this energy where you're ready to be in alignment with ease and with enjoyment, and be okay with things as they happen. And that's why I'm feeling that this release card keeps drawing my attention so readily, because it feels like you're ready to let go of trying to control every single aspect of your reality. And I'm also feeling for you, pile 3, that someone here is ready to say yes to the things that they said no to before. And I feel like a lot of you are ready to, again, like I said before, without that dualism, you're ready to step into this part of yourself that wants to be shown what the magic of the in-between can be. And I don't know why this candle keeps going out. I think it might just be that there's too much wax there, but I think that you're going to have to continue to almost like relight your own spark within your life and regenerate your own excitement for why you're doing certain things right now, because it feels like the approval isn't necessarily going to be there from others right now. And so your manifestations are actually really going to be assisted by your ability to, again, connect with those secrets, connect with the hidden realm of reality. And so I'm going to lay out your cards from the Cosmos Tarot and Oracle to finish the reading, and I'll read them in reverse as well as upright. So you have very strong protective spirit guides that are with you at this time, with the Four of Earth starting this segment of your, showing to me where you're headed in this journey. Dogma, conviction, and devotion. I feel that for a lot of you, you need to not be afraid to call on these spirit guides and ask them for their protection while you are starting to take on new responsibilities in your life, and while you're, especially if you're trying to share and communicate things from the spiritual realm. For others of you, if that's not exactly what you're going for and you're just trying to progress on your like physical, material, financial journey, this is calling on them to protect what you know is your truth, because the teacher of secrets always has a secret to share. And that's the thing, there is no universal secrets. I feel these are each person, you know, when they become in the role of a teacher, which I feel most of, or if not all of you are, they have that thing that puts them in that position of being the teacher rather than the student. And so it also is important to remember that there's always things that are going to be hidden. You don't have to know everything to be valid in being that person who can be a guide. And so that's why I feel that there's this energy of connecting to younger energies or more youthful energies for you, because it's showing this innocence of recognizing that we're not going to be able to see everything, and that actually by being inexperienced, sometimes that is the way that we can awaken our power from the deepest form, because we don't rely on a sense of knowing the ropes or being stuck in a certain tradition or way of doing things. And that's why I think that caring for yourself can be such a liberating thing, because your body changes each day, and your body is going to have its own needs that adapt and are different depending on, you know, what you need in that moment. And so moving on here to the Water Queen, Gruce, longevity, commitment, and eternity. This is you committing to how do I describe this? I want to say like your emotional truth that you know is at the core of yourself, and recognizing that these emotions that do arise, even if they are more challenging experiences, they're part of your soul's journey, and they're part of kind of an eternal experience that's beyond this lifetime. And when certain patterns come up, because I feel like for a lot of you there's this idea of like turning to tradition and pattern and kind of having to understand and reconcile with this this desire for rebellion, as well as a desire to follow tradition. And this is a pattern that's been coming up in a lot of the readings that I've been doing recently, and I feel I've been seeing it in the collective, but it just is very apparent right now that there are these emotional truths that are actually a lot more filled with wisdom than they appear. And it's funny that it leads into the sun, which says rebirth, illumination, and visualization. For a lot of you, this is going to really help for you to integrate these emotional experiences that are beyond the verbal expression. That's why I think I'm losing my words so much, because there's a lot of stuff that I feel right now you're going through that's beyond like verbal comprehension. So while it may be helpful for you usually to write things or talk things out in a more concrete, verbally expressive way, in reality right now, your mind and your experience is being communicated much more through like visual depictions or musical expressions, these things that are more like synthesizing these experiences that sometimes we can't translate as easily or as readily. And so for a lot of you, I'm feeling that sitting down and making some kind of visualization board, or I guess it would be called a vision board, some kind of like collage, manifestation type collage, or even making like a playlist or something that is going to help you to work through some of these non-physical type of energies that you're trying to work through and work with right now. It's going to help to bring you towards the Water King energy. So it's interesting that there's the Queen and the King on either side of the sun. So and the hand that's placed up again. So interesting. I'm really curious as to what the hand represents more than just, a pause. I feel like maybe within this awareness that you gain by taking the time to slow down, care for yourself, and stop, you're going to find a balance between your emotional energies within what you might consider to be like more masculine and feminine energies, meaning that you're not only going to find balance within yourself, but you're also going to find balance in the ways that you connect with others outside of yourself and the ways that you direct your emotional energy as well. So for some of you, this is going to result in being less reactive and not projecting certain emotional patterns that you've carried as coping mechanisms into the outside world that actually were preventing you from being able to be in the ego that you want to be in with the sun here as well. Because I feel like for a lot of you, you're trying to craft a new ego at this time. That's part of what this creation is, and that's why the release needs to happen. Seeing the big picture, gaining perspective here on the Water King. And so moving over here, this Water King and the Giraffe are both looking towards card 15, the Comet, a sign of fate, harbinger of change. For a lot of you, this is getting like spiritual downloads when you're in meditation. So it's really important for you to take that time to pause, to reflect, and to step out of your reality, to stop and not be doing things for a while. For some of you, I'm just getting the energy of overwork and over worrying as well. This comet is something that, we can't stop the comet's pathway. The comet is constantly traveling, and wherever it graces others with its presence, there is the natural relationship that's formed there simply by its energetic resonance and how it disrupts the normal frequencies between other things. Because the comet is such a small form of energy, it's something that seems to, grant wishes. Sometimes, we think of a falling star, it can be connected to that like comet type of energy. And it's interesting because I feel like there are celestial energies, there's astrological transits and such, maybe even looking into the energy of the comets and learning more about them. I can't give too much information on them because I admittedly don't know too much about the comets in astrology, but maybe working with those energies and seeing how they may be affecting you based on your personal astrological chart and transits especially. So we're going to move over here to the King of Air, the Nine of Earth in the reverse, and the Temperance in reverse. So this is where the air energy comes in, whereas we've been focusing more on water and earth over here, and even in this card I just felt that energy quite a bit. As this card, this card is a fire card actually. It's ruled by Aries, but it's interesting because we're finally getting some of that air energy over here with the King of Air. And so this shows that your mind is actually going to be quite balanced. And also I feel that you're going to have a sharp awareness of the opportunities that you need to be able to react to and the ways that you can contribute to certain situations and take advantage of certain opportunities coming your way because of those manifestations that you've been intentionally making. And it's so funny. I'm so sorry if you're seeing my dog in the background playing with the fly, but it's like you're going to be playing around with these opportunities rather than just simply being so serious about them. And this King of Air is the link: silent observation, subtleties, and opportune timing. And so yeah, this is about being able to wait until the moment is right. And I feel like this does have to do with astrology. So if you are an astrologer, if you know any astrologers or work with any astrologers, I feel like it would be really, really helpful and beneficial for you to connect with them or just to study the stars in general, because that's going to help you with that ability to manifest. And so finally over here, the Nine of Earth in the reverse, Pavo, vigilance, watchfulness, and supervision. And then Pictor, assistance, encouragement, and patronage. I feel like your guides are finally saying, for this manifestation process to work, you need to surrender and trust in the process, and also not try and interject your own control over the situation so forcefully or frequently at this time, because right now it's almost like you again are being called to be that co-creator. And I feel like it's just mimicking these cards from up here, Spark of Divine, Reach for Your Dreams, that's saying, I reignite the divine spark within me and recognize I am a part of all creation, and I am the creator of my own dreams and achieve them with confidence. Because there's something here about, as the Temperance is talking about our own ability to balance energy within our lives and transmute energies, this is, going back to the release card, and I feel like this is why this is the card that's at the end. This is talking about a major transformation that results from taking the time to pause and rest. I feel that the Temperance card, because it's ruled by Sagittarius energy, it's that mutable fire, and so it's fire that doesn't necessarily need to jump around and burn everywhere. It's a controlled flame that is held within a smaller or contained situation, and it doesn't rely on being all over the place and consuming everything. This is talking about going within and stopping and recognizing that you're being, again, guided, like we were talking about over here. And that you're also able to step back and watch your own life. And we have the peacock feathers coming out twice in this reading, and so I feel like that may be a spirit guide, or it's talking about your own ego's ability to flourish and show off and attract something, rather than going out and asking for it from others. And so what you're doing right now is almost setting the example in your life, and that's what's going to help you to manifest what you need to do, by sitting back and embodying the energy that you want to see multiply, because it starts with you as the conduit for that energy. And so something that's happening for you right now, Pile 3, is you're recognizing your own ability to manifest really unique energy, and just because you don't see it outside of yourself or mirrored within others doesn't mean that it doesn't exist for you. And so it's really important for you to continue to hold that vision for yourself and recognize that this is going to come through an emotional balancing for you. So that's all I'm seeing for you, Pile 3. I want to thank you so much, send you so much gratitude for engaging within this reading and allowing for me to hold space and holding space for yourself throughout this process. I want to thank your spirit guides as well, and all other forces within the universe that brought us together and facilitated this reading. I'm sending you so much love. If you would like to book a personal reading, my link to my website is in the description, and that will have my contact information where you can reach out and book a personal reading with me. Otherwise, I will see you in another video, my friend, and sending so much love your way. Bye!